Hulk Hogan was that. His death was more impactful
To you?
me. Yeah,
Man, I think that's gonna hit a lot of people. The
Yeah.
Hulkster's death. You know, he's up swelling in heaven now,
That's
lifting
right.
weights, hanging and banging with Andre the Giant, Macho Man.
Hey,
Yeah,
brother.
Hey, brother. But yeah, well, you know, those guys might hate his guts. Like a lot of people did not like Hogan because he was such like an incredible politician. Like backstage, the whole politics of pro wrestling is so crazy, and that's what I love about pro wrestling. I'm not really into the wrestling aspect. I like the wrestling back in the '90s, especially when you're a kid, you know.
Oh man,
And,
that was like my favorite.
Yeah,
Especially like Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. And,
Yeah.
Like when you're a kid, you don't realize the Ultimate Warrior is like insane for real.
yeah,
But
yeah, and he sucked at wrestling. Like
and he wasn't good at wrestling,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
had like the look and the fucking.
Yeah.
He was jacked.
yeah,
It's like, man, this guy's like a superhero. It's
Yeah.
like He-Man, you know.
yeah. That's exactly what he looked like. Just a He-Man with colorful makeup on and stuff,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, poor old Hogan, man. I think he had a heart attack or something
It
like
was
that.
a heart attack. Yeah.
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 It's too bad because I mean I saw him on Ariel Helwani's show just a couple of months ago, getting interviewed, and man, he was still like sharp, and
Yeah.
he's getting into this All American Wrestling, starting up like a wrestling league, not like sports entertainment stuff, like you know amateur like freestyle wrestling, but you're paying the athletes to perform. And Bo Nickel signed up for it too. He's going to perform in it too.
Oh, as a wrestler, like a
Yeah. So I think Bo Nickel had that in his clause with the UFC that he can still wrestle outside of the UFC if an opportunity presents it. I think.
like real wrestling or
Real wrestling.
like
Yep.
not
Freestyle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. So, so Hogan and Eric Bischoff. Do you remember who Eric Bischoff was? So they were like promoting this new like wrestling league. So, which is you know it's still a go as far as I know, and it's and that should be fun to watch. I'll watch it for sure, right? But yeah, man, Hogan was. I mean, he was larger than life. I mean, back in the '80s, even like as a pro wrestler, he was one of the most famous people on the planet. You know, he's got that Fu Manchu mustache, the crazy like you know bald head and
Bald
hair,
with the blonde hair.
Yeah,
And he'd rip his shirt off and the giant arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Huge.
he was in Rocky 3. I think it was Rocky 3.
He was fucking huge. He
Yeah.
was like 6'7",
That's wild.
and 6'7", absolutely fucking jacked. And you know, but he shrunk over the years. Like because he had that atomic leg drop finish, and he said it was like the worst thing ever, brother. It was having that down, you know, the leg drop as my finish, because every night when he'd hit that, he's this giant dude landing on his ass and he's compressing his spine. So he lost like 4 inches of height. He was like 6'3".
Holy shit!
You know,
Wow.
and so he had these like long arms of like a 6'7" guy or 6'8" guy, whatever he was, but like 6'3", you know. So, but you know, he had a hard life on his body, and you know, if you see like old wrestling videos of him when he's actually wrestling in Japan back in the day, before he was a massive star, like he was really athletic, and he was actually like a good wrestler, because a lot of people knock on his like athleticism and his wrestling ability later on in his career. But when he was younger, he could move, and he got into it with this Japanese wrestler. I don't know what his name is, and like basically breaking a guy in that business was massive back in the day. Like they would like hurt guys and like to make sure they'd come back and see how bad they wanted. And this Japanese guy just broke his leg, like put him in a heel hook and like just completely broke his leg, you know?
Holy shit.
Just to be like, fuck you, I'm gonna break your leg.
Wow.
And Hogan came back, you know, he's like, yeah, fuck you, I'm not gonna.
That's crazy.
That's not gonna stop me either, right? And then he got in a little bit of hot water when that.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of hate.
Yeah, because he said some crazy racist stuff. Like I don't know offhand, and I wouldn't be able to say it, you know.
Just
here.
quote it real quick.
Yeah, yeah, but it was like no defending it. Like there's like, you know, it was, but so his sex tape got released, and along with that shit by Gawker, and then he sued Gawker afterwards for it, and he made a shitload of money from suing Gawker.
Okay.
But it did like a lot of damage to his reputation. You know, the WWE kicked him out because they had him as on a Legends contract or something like that, where they'd pay like old guys to, you know, they just pay them, and then when they wanted to appear, they appear. They got a few guys on the roster like that, I think. But yeah, so yeah, you know, Hogan, he's really polarizing because he was one of the best baby faces of all time, like good guys that all the kids looked up to. But then behind the scenes, he's this like very manipulative politician that would bury guys, just, you know, and you'd never put anybody over. Like in pro wrestling terms, like you're putting a guy over or you're doing a favor for a guy or whatever it is. It's like, you know, you're trying to give another guy some shine by beating you, and he would never let anybody really beat him clean.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He was known, like notorious for that, right? Like if some guy went to him with a finish and they would be, and it didn't, and Hogan didn't like it, or he thought it would make him look bad, he'd just go, "Not for me, brother. That's not for me, brother." You know? And and Vince McMahon like loved them, but him and Vince McMahon butted heads a lot because they're two huge personalities.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. So yeah, man. And he was also one of the best heels of all time too, right? One of the best bad guys when they did that NWO stuff. And
he had like the black.
Yeah.
He added some black beard in there.
Yeah, and people hated his guts back then. They hated him. I remember hating him and hating him so much as a kid. You know.
I watched this video. It was like, you know, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞.
Yeah.
They had like a compilation made of all the hate he was getting. Like people are like, glad he's dead, and like all this like really cold stuff. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Like he never killed anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god. Well, they were like, you know, best gift I could have got on my 32nd birthday was him dying. Like
nuts,
all this like brutal shit.
Nuts.
And I didn't even know about the whatever he said. Like,
right.
You know.
It's
fucking stuff they were saying was pretty cold.
Yeah.
And that sex tape must have been nuts. Take off your pants, brother.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a brother in the video with him. That'd be something. I didn't, you know, I haven't seen his sex tape. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
Either.
Especially now.
Yeah. Out of respect, you know.
Yeah.
Respect for the fallen, you know. So poor old Hogan,
it's the worst thing. Like they say, don't meet your heroes.
Right.
But like, sure, same when I was a kid, Hulk Hogan was like Captain America, you know.
Yeah, see, like I'm 37, so I kind of grew up like watching wrestling through the 90s and whatnot. So he was more of like a bad guy to me. Like, and then when he came over to the WWE, that's kind of when I was starting to like kind of fade from my interest in wrestling and get more into like UFC and MMA and stuff. And then he like brought back his kind of good guy act after he fought The Rock at WrestleMania, and he did it in Toronto. Like they had this huge WrestleMania there, and it was The Rock versus Hulkamania, right? And he was still wrestling as a bad guy then versus The Rock, but the crowd started cheering for Hogan and booing The Rock. That's how big of a baby face he could be, right? Like that people just wanted to love that guy.
Yeah.
That they're cheering him over The Rock when The Rock is supposed to be the baby face. So, but anyways, he had lived a crazy life, right? So it's just 71 is young these days, I think.